Nice.
Here's an idea. What if every movie took place in the same universe?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Erik Scott.
What up? It's your boy, Rich Mike.
Yo, it's Armand.
Was it the best movie I've ever seen? Yeah, probably.
Thank you, baby.
And this is Across the Movieverse.
Yeah.
Yo, what are we talking about?
Mike's check.
One, two,
Got
one, two.
All right, cool. What's up? This is Across the Movieverse, where everything is connected. That's how I'm starting the pod now. I'm giving it a
I
little.
like it. New
I like
catchphrase.
that.
Yeah, it's good. I think it gives people a little, especially if they're new. We're gaining new followers every day. That's not true, but
Yeah.
we're getting people.
I feel like
I am getting better at making fake accounts and liking and following it, so that could kind of count.
Mike, real quick before we get into it, just hold the mic like right in front. You don't have to get like right up on it, but just right in front of your mouth. That's the only thing.
No worries.
I move
Got
it
There we go.
back and
Now
forth
I
we're
got
away
good.
from your
excited,
mouth.
sorry.
But
Like
yeah,
this?
You got it.
there we go. Mikey likes it.
Speaking of,
We should start selling merch. MikeyLikesIt.com.
they're terrible at customer service, but sent me a couple free shirts, all the wrong sizes. Here we are.
We thought about making some merch, movie trash hoodie,
idea.
like a movie pass.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'd
That's
buy
the
it.
idea.
I'd probably
Start
buy
up
it too.
as a service.
Well, so the only people buying our merch is us.
Yeah.
Cool.
First step.
Got to start somewhere. Got to believe in the product.
First step by step. That's
I
what I
think
would
that's
say.
what Scarface said.
We'll get my buddy to do the graphic design, and then we'll have Frat Paul sell all the shirts.
There we go.
Boom.
I wish.
But all right, how are things going? How's it been?
Been a good week. Warm in here in the Chicago city.
The Chicago City.
I feel like you might be hearing a familiar voice. Toad Daddy, aka Sam, is on the mic. We got him back.
The ghost of Cat Daddy is with us.
What's up, everyone? It's Toad.
Feel good to
Here
be
to
back.
talk about some movies today.
Do you even know what movie we're watching, Sam?
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Part 1, which is Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels is the prequel to Beverly Hills Ninja.
Mhm.
Little known movie trivia fact for all you movie buffs out there.
And Toad's going to have a huge story about why that's connected later, I'm sure.
I'm sure I will. I'll
I
think
hope
of
so.
something.
So this week we watched Charlie's Angels, a classic.
Chuck Angels.
Not the remake. Well, the first remake.
We watched the
not
first remake.
Any movie with Charlize, or what's her name?
Cameron Diaz.
Any movie with Cameron Diaz is a remake. That's like a guarantee.
What about the mask?
All right, that's the exception proves the rule.
Oh my God, we're back, baby.
We
Little
are
technical-
back!
Techie
Little
dip,
technical difficulty,
as
but
they
we're
say.
here. All right, cool. Glad we got that taken care of. Took a minute, but we're good.
We're good to go.
We did this for you. We're having some sound problems. We're trying to make sure that we give you the best possible listening and viewing experience.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dolby Delight.
All right. So, this week we watched Charlie's Angels, the remake, the pre-make, if you will. Have you seen the new one with Kristen Stewart and I don't know the other people?
Other ethnic supporting stars.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have not seen it.
No, I haven't seen it either. My coworker was saying
I
that
want to.
it was pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, I think I want to check it out at some point, of course.
Yeah.
I hear they're making
But-
an all-male Charlie's Angels.
Well,
Charlie's Angels.
Mm-hmm.
It's Charlie's
That'd be pretty-
voice.
that'd be pretty good. That'd be a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
We got
Really
Ghost-
flip the script on them.
Who are the three
Ghostbusters
dudes?
Oceans, The Rock, Kevin Hart, and Lucy Liu.
Yes.
Now that is a Neapolitan ice cream I'd take a bite out of. Put them all in a little
Keep vanilla out of it, frankly.
put them all in a little carton and take. I'll buy it at the grocery store.
Just keep running
All
with
right.
that for 10 minutes.
Seriously, what flavors? What flavor? If The Rock was an ice cream, what flavor would he be?
Rocky Road.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
I was thinking that or Samoan because that's like
He's Samoan.
he's Samoan. He's like a Girl Scout cookie. What about Kevin Hart? What do you think he would be? What do you think Kevin Hart tastes like if you had to eat him?
Mint chocolate chip.
Yeah, man.
Short rib.
Yeah. Tastes like short ribs?
Yeah.
Gamey?
He's gamey.
Yeah. All right. Lastly, what we shouldn't be eating Lucy Liu because that's how you get coronavirus.
Exactly.
Is she Chinese?
She's both.
Both coronavirus and Chinese?
Yeah.
Both being also Japanese.
Japanese and Chinese.
Yeah.
You don't hear about those too often.
They're rare. They're sworn enemies.
Yeah, I mean, after what the Japanese did to the Chinese in Nanking, I wouldn't like them either. But I don't have a dog.
Knowing you.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't have a dog in this fight because they ate it. They ate my dog.
Write that down. That's good.
Wait, what did happen in Nanking? I don't even know what that means.
That was
the Japanese
it's the
killed millions of Chinese people.
It was so bad that Nazis were writing letters to Hitler saying, "You got to stop this. It's insane. Like you got to come over here. What they're doing is awful." It was a worse Holocaust than the Jewish one, as far as people killed in a shorter amount of time. So,
record
and by that I mean the Jewish one didn't really happen.
Yeah.
It's a roundabout way.
Infinity to zero.
Yeah. But yeah. So back to Charlie's Angels. Really, I hadn't watched.
Full circle.
When was the last time you watched this one?
Grammar school.
2000 and something. 2000.
Yeah, mid 2000s.
It's been a while.
2 weeks.
When did it come out? 99?
2000.
I probably saw it like the year it came out.
Yeah.
I
Came out in
guarantee
2000?
It's like 2000, 2001 or something.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you right now, it came out in 2000 because I had to
All right.
Google it a million times,
That's-
and the fucking Kristen Stewart one kept
I
popping
probably
up.
saw it in 01 then.
yeah. Well, it definitely came out before September 11th, 2001, because there was a man in the opening sequence with a bomb strapped to his chest on an airplane,
Yeah.
Ooh.
and that would not have flown literally and figuratively post 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the film a little bit before. I got some good theories. I think I heard we might be getting a call in a little later, so
Love the Collins.
we'll check on that, and then yeah, maybe we'll find a deleted scene or something. Give it a shot. All right, so yeah, I mean, it opens up on a plane,
Mm-hmm.
where immediately there's lots of stereotypes going on.
Yeah.
There's a sassy gay flight attendant who's also racist. That's pretty, because he like doesn't believe that a black man can be in first class.
Little does he know
That black man
is
is
Ladies Love
LL Cool J.
aka LL Cool J.
And he is wearing a dashiki, and he goes in and sits next to this man with a bomb strapped to his chest, and the guy just shows him the bomb like, hey, check it out. This is how bad TSA is. And
I am the fucking bomb. He's thinking. He might as well have said.
and they're making some sort of jewel exchange, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually LL Cool J grabs this man and tosses him out of the plane together. Really scares the bejesus out of this guy. And within minutes, we see Cameron Diaz in a bikini.
Mm-hmm.
We see LL Cool J remove his face and body to some sweet cans of Drew Barrymore's, and then Lucy Liu's somewhere around there too. It's like the best opening sequence I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
Lucy Liu was skydiving.
Yeah, she helped the people jumping out of the plane.
Oh yeah, she
did.
grabbed a hold of the guy because LL had his parachute.
Yeah. Before LL, as the gay flight attendant didn't allow black LL Cool J to get to first class, LL says, so after we assume to believe it's Drew Barrymore, as LL, and he says, give me a drink. Better make it straight to the.
She goes, yeah, give me and
make it straight.
He's
and
like,
then, like
he's like, it's like whiskey blended straight, and then that's
emphasis on straight. Like, fuck you, flight attendant.
Was that a dodge at the game?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Threw it in there with so much
good.
hate in his heart. He spat it at him.
Well, because he denied him his basic civil liberties.
The stuff you could put in movies in the
cut.
2000s. It's wild.
Yeah, casual racism.
So edgy.
And like, there's a time where they dressed up, like anytime anything Asian would happen, there'd be a gong.
Yeah.
And they wore kimonos, and
you introduce those.
They're playing
with the bong.
Yeah. I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
That is a great song.
I don't think it's that good of a song.
You think? I bet. How long do you think it'll be until someone can actually transition into Japanese, and everyone's fine with it?
And everyone's fine with it? That might be a bit longer. Maybe never.
Okay. Then take the first half of the question. When can I become Japanese?
You already can, man.
Definitely not everyone's fine with you just becoming a woman, let alone.
I'll tell you this: the Japanese won't be okay with you becoming Japanese.
It's a good point.
They're not looking for.
What if So here's a question: what if I were to transition into a woman, but I slip the plastic surgeon a hundo, and I'm like, hey, why don't you make me a little Japanese while you're at it? And then all the liberals are like, they don't know whether to get angry because I'm brave for becoming a woman, but I'm racist for becoming Japanese.
Is that racist though? You're honoring their culture.
Now because now I'm one of them.
But is it appropriation if you are now one? Then it's
if I chop my dick off to become Japanese, that's an honor. That's like what do they call it? That's harikari.
We're back into this.
Nature and nurture debate again.
Yeah.
Can he learn it, or is he born it?
Yeah, I go into the suicide forest and chop my own dick off, and then
does it make a sound?
In the Japanese culture, the chopping your dick off is honorable, but chopping your hair off is the disgrace.
Yeah. And then Logan Paul comes and films it, and then we become millionaires.
We start boxing celebrities.
Dude, that's how it's done.
If you cut your Japanese dick off in the suicide forest and no one's around to hear it, is it still trans? Yeah.
I think you're going to need a bit more than $100 to change your race.
Well, I mean, I'm probably already got a pretty good down payment on the guy. We probably got a good rapport going. I say, hey, why don't you do a little tuck back on the eyes and you tuck back on the dick, and we're in business, baby.
Tuck, the 2-for-1 double.
Yeah. The old double tuck. That's what I think that's what Nancy Kerrigan did at the Olympics. the
10,
double
10,
tuck.
10.
And then Michelle Kwan.
9.5.
And then Michelle Kwan did it better.
Mm-hmm. Michelle Kwan. What race was she? I want to be whatever she
Nancy
is.
Kerrigan.
Okay, and that's...
Are there lady Samoans? I don't think I've ever seen a lady Samoan.
They do. Those are normal. Those a lady Samoan's like a white man. Like they're similar builds.
You're saying I half met them. I just thought they were white men, and they just blended.
And then when they get to 75, they become old Samoan mothers, and
I've definitely seen those.
Yeah,
interesting. I'm learning a lot today.
Hobbs and Shaw.
You're telling me which one is the white one? Hobbs? Shaw? You're telling me Shaw? You're telling me Shaw was a Samoan lady?
Not yet.
Now that's
a story for another time.
Well, we haven't, and that time's now. Once the second movie comes out, maybe we'll explore that a little bit.
Second Charlie's Angels.
All right.
Samoan girl.
Well, back to Charlie's Angels. They do a fun montage of old scenes from like their past missions that they were kind of basically redoing old TV episodes since it's based off a TV show. I love a montage in the first 3 minutes. I'm in. That was great. Then we cut to Drew Barrymore's on a boat, and there's water dripping on a curved piece of flesh that you think is a butt. It is not a butt, but I'm sure I freaking pounded off to that calf at some point growing up.
This movie was 6th grade
Horny.
beat off central for your boy. Like, this is a movie that like came in a 2-piece set at Sam's Club, and like I had to convince my mom I liked
the other movie
so that she would
Damn,
buy
that's
both
funny.
of them.
That's really
Like,
good.
That's good.
My mom thought,
You're kind of covering up the other one with your palm.
yeah, my mom thought I loved Corky Romano for like 15 years because this movie came with it in a
So
fucking Sam's Club box set.
that's good.
That's great. I thought you said it came with a 2-piece, so you were walking around in a bikini watching this movie.
Thought I was that
That was the easier sell for your mom.
Yeah.
Was you to wear a 2-piece bikini, not to watch a family movie.
This movie's not.
There's at least like 3 scenes in this movie that I distinctly remember pausing and trying to find the tip.
Let's run them back. It's the car scene where she's got her boobs out, and like they all have their boobs out. Every scene in this movie has their boobs out. And then the one where she falls out the window.
Yeah, and that's a big one because she falls down that hill, and so there's a bunch of there's like tits flopping everywhere. It's like a cartoon fight scene where there's like there's tits and there's hands.
It's like the cloud you're saying.
Then when they get out of the ocean and they unzip and you see it, and then it goes down. I'm like, all right. Well, I don't see a tit, maybe a butt, and then there's no butt, and it really just fucking.
I had to take care of business before watching this movie purposefully, because otherwise I knew I'd be taking a load off every 15 minutes to figure myself out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's nostalgic, it brings you back to when you were, 6th grade.
Bring something back.
Pausing it into the movie.
I had a little kid boner the whole movie. It was when Drew Barrymore licks that steering wheel. Whoa. It's crazy because this might be I haven't watched this movie since I've had sex, I think, and I still feel the same way.
This movie's like Avengers, but they're instead of like a variety of heroes mixing together, it's just smoking hot women using their smoking hotness to solve crimes
and beat ass.
Mm-hmm. And they're very athletic, they're very smart, but
they're funny.
Every single power of theirs, they're incredible. They're so smart. They're amazing fighters. Every single plan of theirs is let's just be hot, seduce these men, get what we need, and it works every goddamn time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'd fall for it.
Immediately.
Whatever they want me to do, I'll do it.
Definitely in that car scene too, like how you were saying. When she licks it,
just turns his face and licks the steering wheel. Woo. Man,
she produced this movie. She
did.
Drew Barrymore. She wanted to do this.
She was big. She bought the rights to the original to the movie years ago, and then like pushed for it to get made. One of my notes that I wrote down literally just says, "How hot was Cameron Diaz?"
This is like in her prime.
When she's shaking her ass at the beginning,
Spider-Man underpants. I think this movie is why I'm into superheroes.
I think so.
Plant the seed.
That's when it all started.
I'm playing a lot of things.
Seriously. Starring Bill Murray as Bosley, who's kind of like their manager. And he's living the life. They're just hanging on him, and he probably gets to squeeze a tit every now and then. Just like friendly, casual.
Oh, hey, what's up, Lucy?
Well, speaking of Bill Murray and Lucy Liu, I was reading in the trivia
I saw that
they had altercation that it's reported that it went to like physical blows. Like they were like fighting each other on set. And because I guess part of this, Bill Murray says that part of the script was so bad that he like looked at Lucy Liu saying like, Why would you even like read this? You want to read this part? But she took it as like him insulting her acting, and they like started fighting and had.
I think Bill Murray is an asshole, and the public perception of him has allowed him to tell these lies about Lucy Liu to like push something else. I guarantee he was just being a dick on set, probably hungover.
Do you think he's the next Bill Cosby?
I wouldn't go that far. I think he's.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
I think he's the Chevy Chase.
Maybe though. Maybe he's the white Bill Cosby.
Cosby, Murray, something there.
I don't know.
Chevy Chase was a real asshole too. What's we got? Is there any points in the movie you wanna talk about? Any specific things?
Well,
because we can do it. They get a mission. Sam Rockwell.
Love Sam Rockwell.
Oh, he's great. We get a couple Sam Rockwell dance scenes in this movie.
I have a page on Sam Rockwell dance scenes. If you know me, you know my comedy. It's all about Sam Rockwell dance scenes.
Yep. Top of the heap.
What are some other dance scenes that he's done?
All I'm thinking of is the Jimmy Fallon highlight reel, which is like a 30-second long video of him coming out dancing. But I bet he does it. I guarantee
he's done it in other stuff.
I bet he does it in 7 Psychopaths.
He's dancing in the 3 Billboards with the headphones in.
Yeah.
When there's a fire, he's like shaking.
I think he might have a dance scene in like a small little dance scene in
Moon, when he's on the moon and he's going insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Literally moonwalking. Yeah. He that song that he dances to, the bwomp 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 bwomp. Bwomp 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 bwomp. I've been jamming out to that. And there's a line in that song that didn't play in the movies where it goes, "Yeah, rub on your titties." Yeah, I said it. Ladies, rub on your titties. And I'm like, this is a good song. I'm gonna close out the episode with that song tonight. It's gonna be great. Such a good song.
He dances. Yeah, he makes smoking six cool. He wears colored sunglasses. He starts out in this movie as like he's like originally the 3 angels get tricked into rescuing him. It's a long scheme to get some other companies' technology. He starts off like I am Sam level autistic, can barely speak, and then after he fucks Drew Barrymore and the plan's revealed that he's the villain, he fucking comes out boogieing, smoking cigs.
Yeah,
he's wearing a black wife beater.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh
dude,
God.
yeah. You think it like he was always actually like his first character, but that was the first time he had sex, and then all of a sudden he was just like, "Oh,
broke him out.
I got it now." Yeah,
he's like, "Yeah, he smokes."
I understand now.
That wasn't written in the script. Yeah, this is how I feel now.
I mean, it's kind of like Doofy in Scary Movie. How he pretends that he's mentally disabled, and then turns out he's actually not.
Yeah,
and then he drives a sweet car and smokes a cig. He combs his hair.
Just like
Kaiser Soze.
Yeah, just like Jimmy Fallon, or not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, mentally challenged.
That was his angle to get ahead in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's how he got an SNL.
It was actually all a Make-A-Wish program. No, I meant to say Johnny Knoxville in The Ringer.
Yeah.
Which, another movie that could not be made today.
No, absolutely not.
Drew Barrymore's type is Tom Green, who plays her first boyfriend that when there was water dripping down on her calf butt earlier in the movie. It's Tom Green, who's named Chad,
the Chad.
Oh, I love Chad.
Who's a boat owner, and he's such a weirdo. Clearly got issues.
Definitely a frat Chad.
Was it the Chad?
Was it the Chad?
Yeah. He asked her as she's leaving. It could have been the Chad.
And then he it was the Chad.
It was
the Chad.
And then the next dude she falls for is a catfishing autistic man, Sam Rockwell.
I used to quote that Chad line in middle school with a buddy. We'd always say I'm the Chad. It was the Chad. Did I tell you that I met Tom Green recently?
No.
I didn't know he was still alive.
Well, we saw him.
I met him at. Yeah, and I met him the night before when we were in New York.
Nice.
I talked to him at the Comedy Cellar table. He was very, very nice.
I said, was he a cool dude?
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, I'm Erik," and he goes, "Hey, Erik, how have you been?"
that's
And, like,
the Canadian in him. So
yeah, he was
so
just
polite.
like
So
he
nice.
just played it. Yeah, played it like we've known each other for years, and we caught up. It's nice to see him. Haven't seen him since, but he's a great dude.
Mhm.
And I want to see a Chad spinoff movie. What do we think about that?
I'm in for a chance.
America's ready.
I don't really know what his game plan is, what Freddy Got Fingered, his game plan is in that movie, but I'd watch it. Especially when we get some Drew Barrymore cast.
Mm-hmm. Love some Barrymore.
I bet she's also really nice.
Yeah, I like that there was that they wore a lot of different wigs in this movie, and it was like 45 different hot chicks.
More angels.
Yeah.
A trick of the mind, a trick of the eye.
Speaking of that,
it's like
I'm pretty sure that there was a belly dancing scene where the angels had to steal keys from a director of a vault, and I'm very sure Drew Barrymore did blackface for it. Like, definitely put some Indian makeup, Indian colored makeup on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she wore a blackface mask at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they dressed up as men at one point with like with beards.
Yeah, the ultimate blackface betrayal.
And they got spanked by Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
Which is pretty hot.
Yeah, it was pretty hot.
Yeah, there's a lot of disguises you can't do. I'm pretty sure just the future is we're just losing Halloween costumes. That's
there won't be anything left.
Can't dress
You'll
up.
just be a postman.
Well, not for me, because I feel like I'm usually always something Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be, but now I can't.
That was my go-to every year.
They got great costumes.
Do you remember in college when Phil did blackface, and all of us were against it? For the record, we're all like, "What are you doing?" And then we're like, "Well, what even are you?" And he was just wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and he goes, "I'm a black guy on vacation."
Did this actually happen?
We're like, "What?" Yeah. Yes. And he got beat up at a bar, which none of us stood up for him.
Yeah.
Like,
what a hilarious costume to like risk it all for. It's like just nothing. It's not even a concept.
Was that the Halloween party
goes,
at my house junior year?
That was. Yeah. I'm a black guy on vacation. It's not a historical figure.
Yeah.
Why?
It's not even funny enough to like excuse like if people are mad, but then they're like, all right, that's kind of funny. It's just rude. There's no redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he must have had something in mind, and it was so bad that he had to just stick with blackface and then go with black guy on vacation.
Yeah. What did he get talked out of? Is the real question.
After the paint was already on.
Mm-hmm. This is probably like his fourth idea.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was something, but you know.
For those of you who don't know, Phil was his redneck. We knew.
It was the 80s. So what are you gonna do?
This piece of shit. Redneck.
What was your favorite costume they wore?
Of all the cutscenes, I liked they had to scan one of the directors, different director's face, so they were wearing like, what is that? Like Oktoberfest outfits.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, I wrote that one down.
And scanned the two keys to get into the vault.
That was a good one.
One guy's eye things and one guy's head measurements. So Bosley scanned them with the two while they were just, again, instead of like using their acrobatics or skills to break in at night and just do it, we got these costumes, let's dress up, let's scan this guy's noggin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they planned the missions around the costumes? Like they had them all and they're like, well, I guess we can do something with this.
Yeah, honestly.
Probably.
Why did all three of them need to go be belly dancers? It happened so easily that blackface Drew Barrymore just snagged the guy's beer bottle. That was the whole scheme. It's like,
yeah.
Clearly they want to wear these costumes.
That was one of mine. I think the race car costumes were pretty good.
I like that, yeah.
Because they it just not protective at all. They're zipped halfway down to their puss, and it's like, hot oil is just
Yeah.
hitting them. They're getting
Yeah.
burned.
Hot candle wax.
I think
Yeah, and then
this movie made me into cars for a little bit. I think.
And that's what
Spider-Man,
I was gonna say.
cars.
I'm not a big NASCAR fan, but those outfits were my favorite. They were awesome.
yeah, seriously. I mean, people would be like crashing their cars if that was going on the sidelines. Do you know how many writers do you think that were on this movie? How many people do you think contributed to writing this movie? If you looked it up, don't guess.
I
but
didn't look
just
it up, but my guess would be I would say 6.
I'm pretty
All right.
sure.
Mike, you got one?
I looked something.
Don't say
up.
one.
I looked something up, and the person that wrote Big Fish wrote something of this movie. So I would guess 1, and one is the only one that's needed. John August.
18 people
18.
contributed for
Holy
this
my
script.
shit.
God.
I wonder if they just everyone had their own little part.
What was this Big Fish guy doing?
Each person was given a costume and said, "Hey, write a scene around this costume."
Well, we talked about this a while ago, but both Quentin Tarantino and Aaron Sorkin helped do punch-ups on The Rock with Nick Cage and Sean Connery. So it is not, uncommon.
Also, talk about first drafts or first attempts. I'd love to see Tarantino's punch-ups for that. His first draft, they're like, "All right, we can't say that in this movie. Let's give me another round. Give me another." What's your second suggestion?
Deuces.
we shoot the whole thing backwards. That was a Tarantino line.
This movie reminded me, getting a little bit further ahead. There's a scene where Lucy Liu must have had, and the whole Angels crew must have had kimonos. So they did a scene where Tim Curry was getting a massage from Lucy Liu. It's all with Lucy Liu's feet, on Tim Curry's face, on his back, all over the place. I'm thinking Quentin Tarantino must have had a fucking field day in this movie and gave her that role of Ishii in Kill Bill.
Absolutely.
Feet. We make a movie with someone's a beautiful woman's feet in my face. Let's shoot it. That woman's going to be in the QT's next and last movie.
Yeah.
All I could see was feet and Lucy Liu. Of course, I'm thinking of Quentin Tarantino.
It's a dead giveaway.
I think we might be getting a call in.
Oh.
What do you guys think? I was told that it's a high powered movie exec is calling.
Oh wow.
They heard about the pod and yeah, so it's gonna be exciting.
When's he calling in? Wait, is it Quentin
I think
Tarantino?
right now.
I think he's calling in right now.
Hello?
You guys wanna answer?
Ring? Hello?
Hey, who is this?
Who is this? You called us.
This is the Movieverse podcast.
Okay, good. This is well, let's just say I'm a high powered movie exec.
Is this Harvey
And,
Weinstein?
Okay, I didn't want to say it, but
Harvey.
my name is Harvey Weinstein. I'm not that guy though. And my career has gone significantly down since the whole thing came out with the other Weinstein.
All right. What are you calling it for? What do you want? What do you need?
I hear you guys are the ones to talk to about movies. You're making connections. And I think you might have mentioned it a little earlier. I've been tuning in. I got a live broadcast. Don't ask me how. And I wanted to pitch to you a few ideas, and maybe we'll get something rolling here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know if we have the funds for you, Harv, but let's give it a shot. See what you got.
We'll figure something out. I got a lot of high-powered Chinese executives who will not be using their money when they die of the coronavirus. So, first thing, Charlie's Angels reboot. All men. Who said that earlier? Was it you? What's your name? Seth?
Yeah, it's Seth over here.
Who did that? All right, Sethy.
Sure.
You got that going.
Hey.
Yeah, all male reboot. The movie takes 15 minutes because they're not getting the law.
Harvey, are you trying out material?
Yeah. Are you doing Dangerfield right now?
Well, just like any disgraced celebrity, I go into stand-up comedy afterwards, like my protege.
Oh, Piven's the king of getting disgraced and falling back on comedy.
He started it.
Just because I'm pitching a thing, I got a spot a little later. So
all right, well keep it coming.
Next idea: Charlie's Angels reboot, all trans.
All right, I'm listening.
Yeah.
We might be able to get Lucy Liu in the reboot.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing, but except they don't take the costumes off once they put them on. They live with them forever, and we respect them.
Yeah,
And they're very brave for doing
pretty
so.
good.
No arguments here, Harvey. You got us on that one. That's a very forward and progressive thing to say. Thank you for saying that.
Yes, I do respect whatever they are, you know? Whatever they want to call themselves,
The
I'm
royal
in.
we.
As long as they're in my movie, baby! Next movie. Charlie's Angels, but Charlie is black.
I'm not buying it.
Okay.
Is there?
Other
Wait,
movie.
was there? Wait.
Do you have
Was there a joke? Was there a commentary on that one?
Do you have a specific?
Oh,
do you have a specific black actor that you would like to
Bernie Mac,
play?
of course.
R.I.P.
I would like the Bernie Mac hologram to play Charlie.
He might have. No, he was Bosley in the second one. That's why I'm mixing that up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yes. Rest in peace, Bernie. We think about you daily. We get Shia LaBeouf to replay his role from Charlie's Angels Full Throttle as the black Charlie Bosley combo.
They combine.
He's up for the role.
Okay. Next movie. Michelle Rodriguez is kidnapped and then turned into a man. What we think about that?
Doesn't that exist?
I'm in. Where do I sign up?
Yeah.
And can we get Vin Diesel to play
movie-
the man, Michelle Rodriguez?
Yes, that movie does exist, but it flips from man to Michelle Rodriguez. So I want to flip them back. Like a reversed, it's called Freaky Deaky Friday, baby.
God damn, you're killing.
Well,
Someone's got to be writing these down.
You're crushing, Harvey.
I got a spot over at the comic strip coming up, running, hoping some agents are there because with this name, it is hard to get work.
Yeah, you should think of a different stage name or something, and also maybe a different look than like a 300-pound fat white man that looks just like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, it is tough to have the name and personality traits of former disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein. Now, last idea. Would any of you like to watch me jerk off?
Oh, it was literally all along.
Oh man.
It was me the whole time. It's Harvey Weinstein.
Do you
Harvey, it's all about the
do you have any
material.
roles for Mexican?
Mexican Charlie's Angels, baby.
All right, I'm in.
All
Start-
right.
Jerk away, buddy.
I'll send the papers over, and
Carlos
you
and
send me a
Angels.
pair of used panties, and we'll get it going. All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go tell some jokes downtown.
Good luck, Harvey.
Thanks for
Love
calling.
you.
Yeah, hey, look forward to working with you.
We as a group, I speak
No,
for
I
everyone.
don't. No, I don't love you. But good luck. Good night.
Oh man, what happened? Where'd who called? My mic cut out.
We've been having some mic issues, but
I think it was
Harvey Weinstein.
I think it was Harvey Weinstein.
We think it might have been
Harvey Weinstein.
The comedian.
The comedian.
The comedian.
Harvey
Oh,
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein, the comedian.
Ah,
I
then
see
this
him at
was-
open mics quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's working
does-
on some new stuff. It's pretty good.
He does have a similar
Cool.
look and vibe, but
It's
The,
topical.
hey, Goodwill Hunting, you can't can't
Separate-
really
Yeah, separate the
separate
artist
but e-
from the art.
The
separate
art.
but equal.
Oh, what?
All right. Oh man, I hope he had some good ideas.
He
Yeah, he
definitely
did.
did.
Yeah.
Great. What do you guys? Do you guys have any connections into shared universe, shared movieverse theories?
Yeah. I forget his name. What's his name? Thin
Tim
Man?
Curry.
Oh,
Is it-
Crispin Glover, the Thin Man, the man that rips
Yeah.
out throughout this whole thing. He's like Sam Rockwell's
hair.
little number one henchman, and he is whooping the Angels' asses. He's badass as hell, doesn't
He
say a
is.
word, and he always rips out a lock of their hair and sniffs it so erotically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crispin Glover.
And he screams.
Yeah, he screams just randomly. That's the only thing, the only noise he makes throughout.
Yeah, he just screams. I mean, I don't know. It's kind
Can't even
of
mention him.
yeah.
He's my favorite character.
He's cool, but
Rips out a handful of his own pubes and screams.
And then he just wipes it on his face and smells it.
Yeah. Fucking just a little. But
Crispin Glover's cool.
But
I
had a theory
go
with
ahead.
him that so in the second movie you find out, spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, that he's actually good,
Yeah.
right? And he was an orphan at one point. So I think he ends up hooking up with Drew Barrymore, I believe, right?
wait, they hook up in the movie?
In
They
the
just
second
kiss?
one, I'm
And
pretty
the
sure.
second one.
They bone?
I don't know if they
I mean, they
bone,
don't show it,
but you know, come on.
anyone that they kiss in this movie is to be assumed.
Yeah. They're boning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so eventually he ends up breaking up with Drew Barrymore, and then the breakup kind of hits him, so he kind of becomes a little angry, and then moves back into an orphan home and manages it. And then he runs into Lil Bow Wow, and then Lil Bow Wow puts on some shoes and starts balling.
Yeah.
The Thin Man's trying to beat him down.
I had a similar theory, but mine was that he ran the orphanage before. But this makes a little more sense because he gets out of the game. Did he die in Full Throttle?
I don't know.
I forget. He might have, but you know, maybe he didn't.
I mean, he also got in this movie. He also got launched off a bridge and survived. So
That's a good point.
I guess the Thin Man has no end.
Do you at the beginning when they're on the plane and they're in that first class section, I mean, maybe I'm just on the wrong planes, but I've never seen a first class section that looks like that. It looked amazing. There's like red carpeting. There's a big screen TV. They're serving cocktails. Do you think that maybe that's part of the airline that Kevin Hart's character in Soul Plane was running? And that's why it's in Terminal Malcolm X at I forget the name of the airline.
Atlanta Airport,
but,
probably.
Yeah, so you think that because it looked cooler than any plane other than Soul Plane.
Yeah,
that's one of my theories.
I believe it. That place looks sweet, and it's a cesspool of discrimination. There's two very Asian men bollocking at each other. There's LL Cool J getting kicked out. I guess if it was Kevin Hart's Soul Plane, then no ways LL Cool J not getting allowed in.
That's a good point. I bet that guy was fired right after. Found out. They kept him around to make fun of a gay. I also thought that maybe with the masks, that there's some sort of subsidiary of the IMF.
Yeah.
Sam, what do you think about that one?
I was actually thinking that earlier. That's a very good possibility because that kind of technology, that's top secret stuff. There's no way anyone else
just be making.
Yeah, no one's making that unless they have the approval or they're somehow working with the IMF. I've never seen any other movie where they replicate it with that same accuracy, so it has to be, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, maybe Charlie used to work for the IMF and branched off on his own.
Mm-hmm. Entirely possible. Started his own thing, gone rogue nation, had to go Ghost Protocol.
Philip Seymour Hoffman showed up.
Yeah, he's friends with Sam Rockwell. Connect the dots.
Mm-hmm.
Ving Rhames.
Now you're just naming actors that have been in the movie.
Ving Rhames is a guy.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg's funny sometimes.
Sam Rockwell's goes from autistic virgin to Drew Barrymore, Vivian Wood, who's like he's got the Crispin Glover, the Thin Man, as his henchman, and then he's got Vivian Wood Kelly Lynch is his smoking hot, cool with him fucking Drew Barrymore, like partner in crime kind of. Sam Rockwell, been in many things. I think software engineer. Well, at the end of this movie, he gets blown up by his own rocket, but I like to think he gets out of that, escapes, uses his ingenuity and his smarts to then grow up his big owned tech firm, a la Iron Man 2.
Yep.
Justin Hammer, who's still like a scummy dude.
I bet he danced in that movie.
Yeah.
I bet if we watched it right now,
guaranteed.
Oh, he does dance.
Guaranteed, he dances in that movie. Very similar software tech, but kind of shoddy. I could see him going in,
absolutely
growing up,
that's a good one.
getting jealous of Tony Stark.
That's the way Dad did it. That's the way America does it. And
it's worked out pretty good so
Sam
far.
Rockwell's danced pretty well so far.
Sure does.
He does come out on stage in Iron Man 2 and dances. Pretty good.
I'd encourage everyone to look up him dancing. I've watched that clip. If there's a million views on that clip, I've watched that video 50,000 times.
We've had 1 million dances, and you know what? We rocked them all.
He rocked well.
What do you think about this one? So at the end, when the helicopter explodes, all the women wash up on the beach. I think either they were kidnapped in that or they died, and that's the beginning of Inception. They wash up on a beach, and they're in dream world,
waiting for a train.
Yeah, they're waiting for Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
To come through the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Lucy Liu's boyfriend in this is actually Joey Tribbiani.
Yeah.
Who finally made it in the acting world and moved to LA.
Yeah.
His big break.
Yeah, and then he meets up with her.
All the angels' boyfriends or significant others in this movies are just their classic roles. Lucy Liu's boyfriend is Matt LeBlanc, who just pretty much is Joey Tribbiani, like an idiot actor.
Yeah.
And then Cameron Diaz's significant other is Luke Wilson, who pretty much in
he's the same
in
character.
Old School, in
Yeah.
fucking Rushmore movie we watched, a Wes Anderson movie we watched, just like a nice guy boyfriend. Like, he says all the right things, is very supportive. When she took her to Soul Train, he was just hanging around with all the bouncers. Like, all the significant things. Tom Green is just a freak. Are great in this movie.
Yeah. I think my most in-depth and the theory that actually makes the most sense, but it's the darkest, is that that Drew Barrymore in this movie, Dylan, she said she was put up for adoption because she like never met her dad, or her father died or something, and her mom, like, something happened with her family. So what I think happened was that she did have a family. She just doesn't remember it. She blocked it all out. Her parents were divorced, and she had an older brother named Elliot who met an alien named E.T., the extraterrestrial. So they go through all of that, and Elliot sends off E.T. back to his home, and it comes to find out that E.T. was not, in fact, an extraterrestrial, but he was a small Filipino man that was molesting Elliot. And that really throws the whole wrench in the situation. He had to make up, much like a sucker punch type scenario. He makes the whole thing up. That really ruins the whole family. Story. Exactly. His little red fingers going up his little pink beehole. And then the mom starts boozing, gets drunk all the time. Kids get taken away. Drew Barrymore starts popping around different social services, and that's how she ends up changing her name to Dylan and joining the Charlie's Angels. All because
I love that theory. There's a lot there.
A little alien.
And it probably comes back to Hunter, because that scene that we were pausing on earlier where she gets shot out of the window by Sam Rockwell and rolls down the hill and then has to go into there's two little boys playing video games, and they're like talking about, you ain't never seen a boobie? He's like, I've seen a boobie. And then she comes up naked. That's the old,
knocks on the door.
That's her old house in the movie E.T.
Yeah. It almost killed her to go back there. do you think those kids were like, "We'll give you a shirt if you show me a little titty"?
Show me them titties.
I think they could see it. I like to think that they could see. Proposition aside, I like to think they could see.
I like to think that knowing that they use their like sex symbol to get past men, that she just like automatically went into like, oh, I'm gonna seduce these kids and get a shirt.
Yeah, I like to think that she just wanted to show them anyway, not like a sexual thing, but she's like, you know what, this is really gonna make their year probably, and they're like, no, ma'am, you don't need to. We would like to, but you don't need to. Don't feel pressure because they're good kids and they were taught well. And she's like, you're gonna look at this kid.
You're gonna like it
if it kills you. All right.
You're gonna go to school and you're gonna tell all your buddies.
I mean, that was such a good conversation between two kids. He's like, you haven't seen a boob. He goes, yeah, I have. He goes, well, what does it look like? He goes, just all cool and stuff. And I was like, that's the same way I describe it.
I was just gonna say you still talk like that.
That's the only way I know how to. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's the only way I know how. Yeah, I think that's all my theories.
Melissa McCarthy popped up in this fucking movie as a
Yes, she did.
Yeah, like a first. I didn't even know she was in this movie. Popped up, fucking.
It's like a secretary.
I don't. Yeah, like one of the facilities that they had to break into. That Lucy Liu led a sex riot at. She was like the secretary.
Ooh, Barracuda.
I've never seen a Melissa McCarthy movie, but I'm sure that character goes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like a spy in some movies and stuff. Maybe she like worked her way up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm never gonna see a movie, but with her, but I'm sure it's pretty good.
There's something in there. She's doing something right.
Yeah, she's always got movies coming out.
Yeah. I like that the Vivian Wood lady, she drugs Bill Murray. She's like really trying to.
She got me too. So good.
Yeah. Do you think she fucked him still?
I think I think that's
so.
that's the only way she can get off.
Him?
Get her. That's the only way she can get off.
Women can get off too.
No, she was doing it. She was doing it for a reason though. It wasn't just to show she could get off.
she was doing it to get off.
They're like, "Where were you?" He goes, "Oh, I went to go see Bosley." It's like, "Why? We didn't tell you to go."
How are we gonna get in touch with Charlie?
Yeah. They're like, "No, we already have the stuff. We already did all that." He goes, all right, well,
just in case.
I'm gonna go.
I got it.
Let's see what I can do over there. I'm Vivian Wood, damn it. I'm gonna go rape this man. But was there a reason? Was she trying to get some sort of information from him, or just trying to?
No, because Charlie calls Bosley, no one else.
What's their story?
Right.
When they were tracking Charlie, he's like, "Bosley's coming, sir. Bosley's coming." And Bosley.
Oh yeah, I bet that's what she was coming.
Yeah.
He just didn't know it because he was passed out.
He woke up feeling.
Hey, I have been there.
He woke up feeling light and confused.
I wake up and I'm like, oh damn! I'm just like, I wake up smoking a cigarette.
What the
hell? Cool as hell.
Pretty cool. I feel real cool. That's strange.
Is that why your landlord never complains about rent?
Like, oh man, this is weird. I feel fucking cool. Did someone drug me and fuck me yesterday? I feel cool as hell. That doesn't work the other way around.
It barely works this way.
Yeah, even this is a stretch.
Yeah. Well, I got problems. I gotta go therapy or something, I think. Maybe revisit some of those blacked out memories I have. But hey, what are you gonna do?
That's just life, man. But yeah,
go ahead and should we do some ratings?
2 thumbs up for sure. It's a great female action movie.
I give it
3 thumbs up, 1 for each of them.
I just call that an action movie.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Why does that have to be a female action movie? It's just an action movie with some sweet ass cans.
My apologies, ladies.
They were.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this movie is good. Makes me want to watch Full Throttle, but I know there's a strip scene in Full Throttle that I can't watch.
Okay.
You can't watch? Why not?
His mom
I
wouldn't.
get too riled up.
Oh,
I gotta go to church after.
yeah.
And by church,
I
I mean take it to home. And by take it home, I mean jerk off.
I started licking the steering wheel of my car.
Yeah.
Get all
I'm
fucking
picturing
torqued up.
you as a kid, Mike, and you somehow tricked your mom into getting Full Throttle as well, the DVD, and you would put it in Sunday morning before church to watch it.
It's a buy two.
And by riled up means you're just like fuming and shaking your head and running around the room and just going,
Gotta get this
in your bikini, your two-piece.
Yeah. It came in a set.
Just,
Yeah.
oh man.
So on the docket at some point, got to watch Full Throttle. Got to watch the new version.
Yeah. Gotta.
The new. All right. Well, that I think we covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
Good luck to good luck to Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. And his comedy.
upcoming-
I think he's gonna make it. You know,
Yeah.
Upcoming movie ventures.
laughter heals all wounds. Is what they say.
That's
It's
That's
definitely a phrase.
That's what I'm banking on. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Make sure like and subscribe. I don't know, not just like, just subscribe. Give us a good rating. Leave a nice comment. Really helps. Yeah. Follow us on Instagram. Do all that stuff, and keep listening. We'll see you next week.
Take it easy.
Bye.
All right. Goodbye.
Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up. Throw your hands in the sky. Weezer's in the back, sipping yak. Yo, what's up? Girls, rub on your titties. Yeah, I said it, rub on your titties. New York City gritty committee, pity the fool that act shitty in the midst of the calm, the witty. Y'all know the name. Pharaoh fucking Monch, ain't a damn thing changed. You all up in your range of shit, inebriated. Straight from your original plan, you deviated.